Hey guys, Lucas here from Unique Photo, and today we have Gene to talk about the new a7 III camera.
Thanks for having me out. I think what we want to do is we're really excited about this new product that we have. It's a full frame camera that is far from anything you would ever consider basic. What we're looking at is a camera that it's 24 megapixels, but it's a rear lit sensor, 10 frame per second monster. It's got 693 phase detection autofocus points, as well as 425 contrast points. It's like the A9 and the a7iii III kind of got together and had this really lovely child that basically doesn't have all of the power that both these cameras have, but pretty much supersedes anything that you really might need for your photographic or video application. Native ISO up to about 51,200. 15 stops dynamic range, which I'm going to tell you really up front, especially for colors. If you're doing portraiture, the skin tones look absolutely fantastic out of this camera. You also have 5-axis in-body image stabilizer, so it's probably about a stop better than the a7 II. Focusing is also going to be probably about twice as fast, 30% faster eye autofocusing. And the buffer on this camera is quite extraordinary. Just like the other two guys, the A9 and the a7iii III, you can kick out probably about 177 JPEG files without this thing even missing a beat. Physically, ergonomically, it's a totally different animal than the a7 II. It's better form fitting, better weather sealing. It also has dual card slots. So it's got a UHS 2 slot in the bottom, UHS 1 in the top, so you can really run whether you want cascading slots as well as having images or video transfer over, or you can do JPEGs in one, video in the other. I mean, there are a lot of endless possibilities here. So you've got USB 3 internally. And personally, my favorite two things, we now have the focus selector switch for the joystick, so those of us that like to live inside of your viewfinder and be able to select your focus points, of which there are 693 phase detection points alone on this camera, which you take over from the A9, and then there are 425 points of contrast, which you've taken over from the a7iii III. And then, last but not least, you do have the nice new FZ100 battery. So this is rated probably over 700 shots or so, but that's a very conservative number.
Definitely get a full days of shooting out of that.
Yeah, I mean, we had this cooking the same camera out, I think, last week, and we were shooting for probably about 4.5 hours constantly, and we had it on pretty much 1.5 batteries. So it will do any job you need it to do. And especially if you're going to be doing any type of video with the application on this camera, this can do the same video components as well as a7iii III. It does have S-Log. It does have HDR video, so it will do UHD 4K at 100 megabytes per second. It's just, it's a powerhouse. One of the great features about this camera from a shooting standpoint is the fact that the RAW files are actually recorded at 16-bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're downsampled to 14-bit.
Okay. So
that means you're going to get nice 15 stops of dynamic range out of that, and it's just very smooth gradations on the image. In summary, it's the perfect camera.
Right.
I've been, as a professional photographer, I love 24 megapixels. Even though 42 sometimes, for most of the work that I do, it's a little bit overkill. For the price point of this, at just over, just about $1,995, so just under $2,000. This is going to be the perfect all-in-one camera that I think we are offering at this point.
For sure, and definitely a heck of a camera for the price point. If you really need the 43 megapixels, obviously this is your way to go, but for $2,000, it's definitely a good package.
Yeah, I can. For someone like me that stresses out over media management and overall image quality, I mean, this is the camera that I think a lot of photographers are going to be going to. It is just such a joy to shoot. I can't wait for all of you to check it out.
Especially the dual memory card slot, the autofocus selection, the larger battery going across the line here and everything like that, which is really killer. They did a good job with that, and I'm kind of happy, they're listening.
Yeah, well, we certainly listen to our customers. I think that's where you see a lot of these great innovations happen. I think it's going to be a great tool coming out of the gate. A lot of people are excited about it. We're going to be here at Unique Photo with this, demoing it, showing it off, along with the A9 and the a7iii III, which are pretty much the three main staples for our system right now. But it's just going to be an awesome year for us, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And as always, we have it on pre-order here at Unique Photo, and we also have the trade-in, trade-up event going on for both the A9, the A7R3, the A7R2, and the A7S2, correct?
Correct.
All
Yeah,
right, cool.
good. That was a mouthful.
Prices vary on those. You can come check it out here at the store and get a trade-in quote and everything. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks, Gene, for coming in today, and come stop by and check out the camera when we have it in.
Always
Thanks,
glad to
guys.
see my flannel brother here.
Yeah. Take care.